And we're back for another week of the customer journey. This week, we're talking about cross-selling and upselling. And welcome back, Becky. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. So let's get straight into it. Tell me about cross-selling. What are some tricks retailers can use to sell more during the purchase?
Sure. So cross-selling is finding additional items which satisfies additional needs or solves additional problems which the solution that your current potential customers are looking to purchase does not. So for example, if you're looking at an iPhone, this might be AirPods. Be careful, I would say, when cross-selling, not to cross-sell too early. You can run the risk of distracting your potential customer from the item that they're looking at purchasing, or running the risk from them devaluing the item they're looking to purchase if they have no intention to buy these additional items and might actually lose some of the benefits they would otherwise get if they purchased both. So for example, if someone was looking to come in to buy the iPhone, as we just mentioned, and you spend a great amount of time talking about and sharing all the benefits associated with owning both an iPhone and an iPad, such as the AirPod features, etc., if they're considering a new computer or tablet or have an iPad or a MacBook already, this can actually be really great because it increases the value of the current item. It also illustrates your ability to solve additional problems or meet those additional needs. But I will say, if they have recently, for example, purchased another type of tablet from another brand, they might actually be thinking that the iPhone is less valuable now, as they won't be able to access all those additional benefits. And they may, in fact, actually be wondering if that additional brand has a new phone where they could actually receive those benefits. So in terms of tricks, I would say one is to utilize cross-selling as a way to offer additional services, so complete the look or complete the purchase style. Another is to utilize cross-selling as a bundle, so bundling different pieces where they access additional savings if they purchase more. Another is to potentially pitch new products or services you're testing. And another maybe be actually adding to your authority as building that trust that they have in you. So for example, in food and beverage, it might be, we know the best wine to go with this steak, for example. So remember, I would say utilize all the insights you have on the customer throughout the customer journey that we've talked about to actually identify the best ways to cross-sell to them, and think of cross-selling. I try to think of it like a railroad crossing. So don't cross-sell until the path is clear.
Great advice. I like that. And I think for fashion, that's fun because I think there's so many accessories, or like you say, completing the look, that's a real opportunity within that
Absolutely.
purchase.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about upselling? How is this different? And what are 3 tips you could suggest to upselling to our best customers?
Okay, so upselling is when you actually move a customer to a higher value product or service that better satisfies the needs or further solves the existing problem. So for example, with the iPhone, it might be an iPhone 13 instead of an iPhone 10. So in terms of tips, first of all, I would say to upsell effectively, you really want to understand the values that they see in the current item. We talked a little bit about this last week. So if price is what that they have in mind and they do have a higher budget, upselling by illustrating that they get more for their dollar would be a good way to go. If it's the product itself and they have a higher budget, perhaps it's upselling the additional and or higher quality features and benefits they'll get. If they don't have a higher budget, perhaps it's warranties and protections to protect the money they are spending. Secondly, I would say look at the full customer journey and find all the places you can test and upsell. For example, when they want to learn about pricing, show a comparison chart, or when they achieve a milestone, show how they can take this success to the next level. Or if they're about to press buy, perhaps find out whether it's a gift and see if they'd like to add a card or have it gift wrapped. Thirdly, don't be too aggressive. So if you're too aggressive and the value of the higher price, around the value of the high price items, just be careful. You may lose trust or value in what they're looking to purchase. So for example, if let's say you're upselling a top, and that you're upselling the higher product and the higher value of the material, let's say that it doesn't stain as well, let's say it lasts X amount of years. If they don't have that budget, for example, and they're not looking to be upsold to, they may start looking at their shirt and looking at it being a lower quality product, and it might be in the cart, they're ready to buy it, and you lose the sale.
Yep. Yeah. So it turns them off because it's like, oh, there's not so much value in the thing that I was originally looking at.
Exactly.
Total sense. So what are some measurements that we could use in terms of cross-selling and upselling to customers?
So as I say each week, use the cross-selling and upselling opportunities to learn what's important to your customers. So for example, if they respond to an upsell in a comparison chart, you're learning, they may be more focused around the dollar or see additional benefits in the higher product that they didn't consider before. If they respond to an upsell at the milestone, they're telling you, they might be telling you that they're more momentum-based purchases. And so you're learning you actually need to create more milestones for them to continue purchasing from you. Perhaps you learn that they actually respond to a sense of urgency or are more reactive, and regular engagement with them and limited time opportunities might be more successful. So in terms of quantitative measurements, I would say conversion rates are really important. Mm-hmm. So it's amazing how how businesses actually understand the conversion rates specific to their upselling and cross-selling. So understanding these alone will actually really set you apart from your competition. Then look at the average sales volume per customer and the number of different products or services that being purchased per customer. So whether these are actually both rising over a period of time, and use your upselling and cross-selling ratio. So take the number of products and services divided by the number of customers.
So again, data. And I guess mapping out that upselling and cross-selling strategy within the customer journey.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. And so what would success look like for an online fashion retailer?
So success will start by learning more about your customer. Then it will be these improved metrics as the ones we just went through throughout the customer journey, and getting them through the full customer journey quicker, faster, spending more money, etc. And then with these additional purchases being made, it will then start to look at higher customer loyalty as well as return purchasing.
So there's other things that fall off the back of a good strategy for upselling and cross-selling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Throughout the full customer journey.
Yeah. Well, that one was very short and sweet, Becky. I'm sure everyone will appreciate the little taste of information that they get from that. Next week, we're speaking about advocate and promote. Can you tell me what it means in this context?
Sure. I'm actually really excited about this one because it's one of the most, if not the most powerful marketing and sales tools that you have available to you. A number of businesses I see here limit themselves by understanding some of the key basics around how to access new customers through your current customers, through actual partners, and also from people who are only at the stage of considering you. You can actually unlock incredible opportunities to scale your business.
And what's the best form of promotion? Word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to that one. Talk again soon, Becky.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.